gamers? I'm playing Create again. Many of you were hoping for this to be a sequel to the self-help Minecraft series. This is not that. That world was on my computer, and then I spilled water on my computer, and now it's gone forever. So that will be no more. But I'm playing Create again, playing Create Minecraft again, and I actually wasn't planning to make a video on this world. I was just gonna have fun with it. But then I made this thing, and I was like, I gotta save this for myself. I gotta have some way to look back at this. You know, if I spill water on my PC again, I gotta have a video to remember this. So let's get some good footage of this. There you are, that's Hill's carriage from the outside. Let's take a look at it from the inside. I just love this build, dude. Anyways, this is the control room? What is this called? The engine room? I don't know, but basically, if you're wanting to build one of these in your own world, it's super simple. All you need is a rope pulley and a mechanical bearing, as well as some super glue. Basically, I like to think of it as there's two entities in this build. The first entity is obviously the drill, you know, the drill head, I guess you would call it, the thing that moves up and down. And that's attached to the rope pulley. And then the other thing is the mechanical bearing, or the other entity is the actual dowel? Is dowel a good word? Oh yeah, what was I saying? In terms of power, it was pretty simple. I can just hook up the pulley and the mechanical bearing to the same power. Only issue is if I run the mechanical bearing at that RPM, oh, that's probably sickening to look at. If I run it at the RPM of those guys, then this thing moves incredibly fast. So I did a gear reduction to get it down to a slower speed. So this speed compared to that speed. Imagine this whole tube rotating at that speed. That's what happened the first time I loaded this thing up. It was nauseating. But it's cool. I really like that I can actually like go in the tube, and I like that I have scaffolding. So it's like there's a museum that I went to as a kid, and it was like rotating tunnel that looked literally just like this, except instead of a birch wall, it was like a space graphic. And I thought that I was actually in outer space. So that was kind of cool, kind of recreating some of my childhood. But anyways, we have the rotational power. We've got the rope pulley that pushes it down, pulls it up. Mechanical bearing spins everything. And then the other thing is I can actually remote control this. And the way that I do that is we use the, you know, link controller, which is just brass. And we use a gear shift and a clutch. We hook them up between, you know, on two separate channels. And let me see if I can get up here. And those channels are right here. And basically we take these redstone links. Do I have any? I do. I'll actually just do a little mini one real quick. Hey, this is our clutch, this is our gear shifts. Put two torches down so they're always triggered. That way you don't have to be pushing a button to stop it. Because right now the clutch is engaged, so none of this moves because it's always engaged. And then you'll take your redstone links. And for them to receive a signal is really important. You need to right click them so they get that little dish on them to put them in receiver mode. And then you'll take your like this is my shift button, and I've hooked that up to andesite casing, iron ingot. So in this case, it's hooked up to the clutch. On the actual build, it's hooked up to the gear shift. I'm actually gonna make it better, more accurate. So I like to have my clutch on space. So basically, when I press shift, then it change. Oh, I did it the same way. Yeah, that's a gear shift. If I press shift, it changes gears, and in this case, that means that it goes down. But if you have rotational power that's reversed, you basically just kind of figure it out, trial and error. But that means it would go down, but the clutch is still pushed in. So all I have to do is press space, and then the clutch is pushed out, and we get rotational power, and it starts going down. Then if I want to go up, I just don't press the shift button. The gear shift stays in its current state, and I press space, so the clutch pushes the power through, and it lets it up. So it's like 6 blocks, well, technically 8 blocks to control this massive machine. That's just awesome, dude. That's literally it. That's the whole machine. I put a lot of gears here because it looks cool and I like symmetry, but you don't need this many. You just need power. You just need to get power into those 2 things, and you are stellar. You're winning. So yeah, I'm gonna show some more B-roll footage of the Redstone Links working as the thing's working, because I just think it looks fucking awesome. And then we'll move on. Yeah, that's Hell's Carriage. I think that's a good name. If you guys have a better one, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear them. It'd also help the video out a lot. And yeah, let me know what you thought of it. I want to get a schematic out, but I'm not quite, well, okay, it's literally blue diet paper, but I'm not really ready for that. So if you want a schematic of this, because I'm not going to do it for no reason, if you want a schematic of this build, so you can put it in your own world, you want to put it in your creative world, just mess with it, get your hands on it, whatever, leave a comment and I will send you a link to my Discord and I'll get you that schematic right quick. That would mean a lot to me. To see that someone wants one of my builds in their worlds, that'd actually make my day. So if you would do that, that'd mean the world to me, and I would get that to you right away. Yeah, I guess I should talk about what I'm gonna do in the world. I have no plans. A big rule for me in this world is I don't want to commit to anything too much. I want to do what's fun, because I already got too much shit that I'm committed to. School, work. I just want this to be a canvas, a blank canvas that I can draw on, and I'm not worried about making things perfect. So don't expect consistent uploads. Don't expect uploads. I might just stop playing one day. I don't plan to. I have some good plans, and I enjoy this world a lot right now, but that could change very quickly. So maybe if you want a base tour, I can give you guys one of those. Actually, I'll just do one right now. That is the flax farm. That's where we get our wool. The wool turns into our windmill. Our windmill powers everything. That's the first generator I ever built. That's my gear. What's the opposite of reduction? Just anti-gear reduction, whatever. Slow speed, fast speed, cobblestone generator, and into an iron and flint farm. So yeah, that's the base. There's your tour. I'm thinking of building a mob farm to get schematics going, because I want to focus on scalability in this world. And once I get the schematic cannon, I can like that windmill right there, if I ever run out of power, I can just take the schematic cannon, take that blueprint, print another one, And then we have no power problems anymore. Problems are solved. And I have some big plans for this world. Like, this whole area that we're in right now, I kind of thought of it as like a almost a steampunk, like industrial revolution-esque era. So like, we're not quite at steam power, but we're like still doing some insane shit with what we have. And I really like that. But yeah, so this is kind of like the old Western, like just getting into the technical, like steampunk civilization. And in the future, I want to build like hyper modernized, like cyberpunk, like super technology and like computer based cities out of like concrete and different blocks. I don't know if I'll ever do that. No promises. The idea might be unsustainable, but the idea that I could just drop this city and go build another one is exciting to me, because I don't like to be held down in my builds. I had another create world. I've had 3 create worlds, and the problem with all of them is that I try to commit to a building style, and as soon as I do that, like as soon as I commit to a building, like a building ideology or like a building set of rules, then that's when I start fucking hating the world. So I'm just gonna build what I want. I'm not gonna worry too much about how it looks in the world. I'm just gonna have fun with it. So yeah, if you want to see that, subscribe. That's pretty much it. If you like the video, it'll help me out a ton. Subscribe, throw a comment, put it in your world, take a screenshot of it, send it to me. I'd love to see it. And yeah, thanks for watching.